the Geraldo show. But anyways, he's a Foxy News contributor or something. And somehow he found himself on a panel with Hannity last night. And here's what he had to say. Let's just play for the people. If you would, play cut one. Geraldo Rivera talking to Hannity. Play it.
Was the obvious difference between the riot that happened on January 6th and the 500 odd that you correctly cite as concerning and damaging to America, to our psyche, to our physical well-being, is that this was a riot that was unleashed, incited, and inspired by the President of the United States, which targeted
Geraldo, we're not
the heart of American democracy.
The President didn't say, no, you could, that's your opinion. The President said peacefully, no.
Well, Hannity doesn't like Geraldo telling the truth on Fox News. They're not big into that. And I would say as many times as I've heard that lie told, or at least this false parallel, this false analogy. Well, what about the Black Lives Matter and all the riotous behavior? And why aren't we having a January 6th Black Lives Matter commission? Right? We've heard that. Well, Geraldo answers in the clearest possible way. Because you were trying to take down the government of the United States. That's a little different than peaceful protest, even if they turn bad. That's different than trying to overturn the election and the outcome of an election, the governance of the United States. That's an insurrection. That's treason. Well, Hannity says the real treason is the disclosure of his private text, of course. Cut two.
No, stop. The president said peacefully, patriotically march to the Capitol. That's your opinion. I don't even want to go down that road. That's not the question tonight.
Of course you don't, Sean.
The question is this corrupt committee. The question is why this riot and not 574 other riots. The question is there any privacy in this country anymore, or do they get to release thousands more of individual private citizens' texts?
You know what, Hannity? Nobody's releasing the text from you to your girlfriend, the airhead Ainsley Earhart. He's dating the other Fox News host now. Left his wife for her. She left her husband for him. It's a match made on Fox News. But those aren't the sort of personal texts, your eggplant emojis. That's not what people are releasing here. What's being released is a text to the chief of staff to the president of the United States during a violent insurrection happening at the U.S. Capitol. And Hannity, you were the guy sending the text messages. You know that. You were quite concerned at the time. Even Geraldo Rivera. Geraldo gets to cast shade right to your face, Handy. Gets to call you out right to your face. Well, let's hear it from Geraldo. Play cut three.
I beg you, Sean, to remember the frame of mind you were in when you wrote that text on January 6th, and when Laura did, and when Brian did, and when Don Jr. did. Remember the concern you had. Remember the frustration at our beloved 45th president.
Yeah, because I wanted a riot to end.
How can he be doing this? Why doesn't he say something? Why?
Okay, but the point is he did.
You saw unfolding before your very eyes an attack on democracy.
Let me give it to Dan.
An attack on the Constitution. An attack on the capital of the United States of America.
He said peacefully, and then he did do it.
And let's not forget Donald Trump. I don't know if you've been watching my sexy new friend Liz Cheney talking about Donald Trump in the last couple of days, but she keeps alluding to criminal statute. Effectively, what did the president know, and when did he know it, and why didn't he react? If you knew this violent insurrection's going on, why didn't you react for 187 minutes, over 3 hours? Hannity, your boy, didn't react for over 3 hours. You were sending personal texts to his chief of staff. Guess he was blowing you off as well. You, Kilmeade, Laura Ingraham, his own son, Don Jr., and then Dan Bongino. He's a righty-whitey talk radio host. Apparently, a Foxy News contributor. He's going to put his 2 cents worth in. Because you know what, Geraldo, you ain't being loyal to the cult leader. Cut 4.
Dan, you have less than a minute. We're running out of time.
Geraldo, we've been arguing about this forever. The backstabbing of the president you're engaging in is really disgusting. And it's really vile that you pretend to be this guy's friend and you continue to do
I
this.
resent that.
He said
Donald
it's
Trump.
on tape.
I supported Donald Trump
until
he
said
abandoned democracy.
Let me respond.
He abandoned the election results. And he refused
march peacefully.
He refused to accept the will of the American people.
You heard it.
Nobody can hear you.
You heard it.
Leave it there.
And you stabbed him in the back. You heard it.
Thank you. Thank you both.
At 2 Geraldo, at 2 844-967-2789. A little family feud over on the Foxy News.